Passion isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you create and nurture with intention. Too often, people enter relationships believing that love alone will sustain passion, but passion requires energy, effort, and attention. When we stop paying attention to our partner, passion fades. The truth is, passion grows where energy flows. Wherever you place your attention, you create life. If you focus on problems, you get more problems. But if you focus on what's beautiful, exciting, and unique about your partner, you reignite the fire of passion. It's about being fully present, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. When was the last time you looked into your partner's eyes without distraction? When was the last time you truly listened without thinking of your response? Being fully engaged, fully attentive, and fully alive in your relationship is the spark that lights the fire of passion. Passion requires curiosity. People often say we've grown apart, but what they really mean is we stop being curious about each other. Curiosity is the fuel for connection. The moment you think you know everything about your partner, you stop discovering them. People change, evolve, and grow every day. The person you fell in love with 5 years ago is not the same person standing in front of you today. That's not a problem, that's a gift. There's always something new to learn if you stay curious. When you're curious, you ask questions, you explore dreams, you uncover desires, and you create moments of excitement. The unknown is where passion lives. Routine may bring comfort, but it kills desire. It's in surprise, in unpredictability, and in playful discovery that passion thrives. Energy in relationships is a choice, and passion is about presence. And what does it mean to be present? It means giving your partner your undivided attention, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Being present means you're fully there, not thinking about work, your phone, or what's next. It's about making your partner feel that in that moment, nothing matters more than them. Energy flows where attention goes. So if you're giving more attention to your job, your phone, or your social media, guess what's going to grow? Distraction kills intimacy, but presence creates it. People often think passion requires grand gestures, but passion is built in the small moments. The lingering glance, the unexpected compliment, the playful touch, the genuine laughter shared. It's about creating micro moments of connection that say, I see you, I cherish you, you matter to me. Focus is power. When you focus on what's missing, you'll always find it. But when you focus on what's beautiful, unique, and special about your partner, you'll experience more of it. Passion isn't lost because it disappeared. It's lost because your attention shifted. Shift it back. Make it a daily practice to notice, appreciate, and celebrate your partner. Energy is life, and if you want passion to live and grow, you must direct your energy toward your relationship, because where energy flows, passion grows. In relationships, disappointment often stems from a dangerous pattern, focusing on what's missing rather than what's present. The fastest way to kill love is to replace appreciation with expectation. When relationships begin, everything feels magical because we are fully immersed in gratitude. We see the best in our partner and feel lucky to share our life with them. But over time, something shifts. We stop appreciating what we have and start expecting it. Suddenly, the acts of love, care, and kindness that once felt extraordinary become ordinary. We no longer say thank you for the small things because we start believing we deserve them. But here's the truth. When you trade your appreciation for expectation, you destroy the foundation of your relationship. Gratitude is the oxygen of love, and without it, love suffocates. In every relationship, you will face moments where your partner fails to meet your expectations. They will say the wrong thing. They will forget an important date. They will fall short. But here's the key. If you measure your relationship by unmet expectations, you will always feel disappointed. However, if you measure your relationship by the moments of appreciation, you will feel fulfilled. Appreciation means choosing to focus on what's right, not what's wrong. It means celebrating what you have rather than resenting what you lack. Most people are wired to notice problems first. It's human nature. But in relationships, what you consistently focus on expands. If you constantly focus on what your partner isn't doing, you will see more of their flaws. But if you focus on what they are doing, their efforts, their love, their uniqueness, you will feel more connected and deeply fulfilled. Love is not about keeping score. It's not a transaction of I did this, so you owe me that. Relationships die under the weight of scorekeeping. The moment you turn your relationship into a ledger of who did more, you lose. Because in love, it's never 50/50. It's 100/0. Real love gives without expecting a return. It finds joy in giving. The greatest relationships aren't built on equal exchange. They're built on generosity and appreciation. When you stop focusing on what you're not getting and start appreciating what you're receiving, everything changes. Resentment cannot live where there is gratitude. Appreciation isn't just a feeling, it's a practice. It's an action you take every single day. Appreciation means noticing the small things, a kind word, a thoughtful gesture, a shared moment. It means acknowledging and expressing gratitude for those things often. It's not enough to feel it, you have to say it. Tell your partner, I appreciate you, and be specific. I appreciate how you always check on me when I'm stressed. I appreciate how you make me laugh, even on hard days. Specific appreciation deepens connection because it shows you truly see them. In relationships, problems will come and go. Conflicts are inevitable, but if appreciation is strong, love remains. Because when you replace expectation with appreciation, you shift from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance. You stop waiting for your partner to complete you and start celebrating them for sharing their life with you. And in that space of gratitude, passion, love, and connection flourish. Passion and desire often fade when life becomes predictable and routine. The truth is, relationships don't lose their spark because love disappears. They lose it because excitement, adventure, and variety are forgotten. Passion thrives on new experiences, surprises, and spontaneity. When every day feels the same, the relationship begins to feel dull. Variety is the lifeblood of passion. It is what keeps the excitement alive. When you and your partner share new experiences, you activate curiosity and joy, which reignites the desire that brought you together in the first place. Without variety, relationships fall into autopilot mode, where connection is replaced by obligation. Variety means breaking the pattern and creating moments of unpredictability that spark excitement and wonder. Desire needs room to breathe, and routine suffocates it. When every conversation, every date, and every interaction becomes predictable, desire fades. Passion grows in the space between comfort and uncertainty. It is the excitement of the unknown that makes your partner feel new to you again. This is why relationships often feel most passionate in the beginning. The excitement of discovery is constant, but over time people fall into patterns, and what was once thrilling becomes routine. The antidote to this is to introduce new experiences together. Try something you've never done before. A new hobby, a new place, or a spontaneous adventure. When you break the routine, you bring back the excitement that keeps passion alive. Variety doesn't only mean doing new things, it also means showing new sides of yourself. People often become trapped in roles within their relationship, the provider, the caregiver, the problem solver. But passion lives in seeing each other in new contexts. Show up differently. Surprise your partner with a side of you they haven't seen. If you're usually serious, be playful. If you're usually reserved, be bold. These shifts create excitement because they break the pattern of who your partner thinks you are. Passion is sparked by unpredictability. It's the thrill of realizing that the person you love is still full of surprises. Variety also means changing how you connect. If you always connect through talking, try connecting through silence, through play, through physical touch. Relationships become stale when we rely on one mode of connection. Explore new ways to experience intimacy through shared laughter, shared adventure, or shared vulnerability. Passion grows from the excitement of experiencing your partner in different ways. In every relationship, there are moments when passion wanes, but variety is how you reignite it. Passion is not a feeling you have, it's a state you create. You create it by bringing spontaneity, surprise, and novelty into your relationship. It's not about waiting for passion to return. It's about creating the experiences that bring passion back to life. When you introduce variety, you awaken excitement, curiosity, and playfulness, the very ingredients that make love feel alive and electric. Passion isn't lost. It's waiting behind the walls of routine, ready to return the moment you break the pattern and embrace the power of variety. The quality of your relationship is determined by the quality of your communication. Relationships don't fall apart because of a lack of love. They fall apart because of a lack of understanding. Most arguments are not about what is being said. They are about what is not being heard. People don't want to win fights. They want to feel seen, heard, and understood. Communication is not just about speaking. It is about listening with the intent to understand, not just to reply. True connection happens when you listen beyond the words and hear the emotions behind them. When someone feels fully heard, conflict dissolves and connection deepens. Most people communicate reactively. They listen to respond, defend, or prove their point. But real communication is about slowing down. and truly receiving what the other person is expressing. It's about listening with your whole heart, listening for what your partner needs, what they feel, and what they are afraid to say. When you respond from that place, your words become healing instead of harmful. In moments of tension, your tone and body language communicate more than your words. It is possible to be technically right but emotionally wrong if your delivery lacks kindness and empathy. The power of communication is not just in what you say, but in how you say it. Unspoken expectations are the seeds of resentment. So many relationships suffer because people expect their partner to know their needs without expressing them. But love is not mind reading. If you want something, express it. If something hurts you, say it. If you feel grateful, share it. Clear communication prevents confusion. When you assume, you create misunderstandings. When you clarify, you create connection. Open communication means being willing to have uncomfortable conversations. It means speaking the truth with love, even when it's hard. It means replacing blame with curiosity and criticism with compassion. The words you choose can create walls or open doors. Words are powerful. They can start wars or heal wounds. A single harsh word spoken in anger can cause lasting damage. But a single word of kindness can bring someone back from the edge. Choose your words wisely. When you are frustrated, pause before you speak. The moment between your emotion and your reaction is where relationships are won or lost. Communicating from a place of anger creates distance. Communicating from a place of understanding creates intimacy. Communication is not only about speaking, it is also about timing. Sometimes the best thing you can say is nothing at all. In heated moments, space can be more powerful than words. Silence can create clarity, but silence should never be a weapon. Stonewalling, shutting down or ignoring, kills connection faster than any argument. Healthy communication includes both talking and listening, both expression and silence. Lastly, remember that communication is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice. The small, consistent conversations, the check-ins, the appreciations, the shared laughter, build the foundation for lasting love. Great relationships are built on great communication. It is through words, through listening, and through presence that hearts stay connected and passion endures. All human wisdom is summed. Passion in a relationship is driven by polarity, the magnetic attraction between two opposing energies. It's not about gender. It's about the dynamic between masculine and feminine energies. When polarity is strong, passion ignites. When it weakens, relationships start to feel more like friendships or business partnerships. The most electric moments in a relationship happen when these energies are fully expressed and allowed to dance together. It's the tension between these opposites that creates desire. Without polarity, intimacy becomes flat and the spark fades. The key to lasting passion is maintaining this energetic difference, allowing both partners to embody their natural essence. Polarity is about presence and surrender. The masculine energy is focused, driven, and protective. It thrives on mission, direction, and providing certainty. The feminine energy is flowing, expressive, and intuitive. It thrives on creativity, connection, and nurturing. When both partners embody their core energy fully, passion becomes effortless. But when these energies blur, when both become too neutral, too similar, or too guarded, desire fades. It's not about one energy being better than the other. It's about the interplay between them. Attraction is strongest when there is a clear contrast between these energies. In relationships, the most common reason passion fades is that couples lose their polarity. Life's responsibilities, work, bills, parenting, often push partners into roles where both become focused on getting things done rather than connecting. The relationship becomes a to-do list instead of a source of excitement. Over time, this erodes the spark. But the truth is, polarity can be reignited. It requires intention, awareness, and the willingness to step back into the energies that first created attraction. It means allowing space for differences rather than trying to make everything equal or the same. The masculine creates passion by providing presence, direction, and clarity. It means being fully grounded and deeply attentive to the partner's emotions and desires. True masculine presence is not about control, but about creating safety, a space where the feminine can fully express without judgment. It is through this unwavering presence that intimacy deepens and trust grows. The feminine, on the other hand, creates passion through expression, spontaneity, and vulnerability. It is the feminine's energy, play, radiant, and open, that invites the masculine to step fully into his power. Feminine energy is about feeling and expressing without holding back. When the feminine feels free to flow, The masculine feels inspired to pursue and protect. Polarity thrives when both partners stop trying to change each other and instead celebrate their differences. The masculine should not try to become softer to please, nor should the feminine try to become harder to compete. True attraction happens when both partners lean into their natural essence without apology. This doesn't mean playing roles or stereotypes. It means embracing authenticity. Passion is not about sameness, it's about difference. It is in the dance of masculine and feminine, of pursuit and surrender, of strength and softness, that desire is kept alive. By honoring and cultivating polarity, relationships can remain not only loving, but deeply passionate for years to come. Passion fades when there is no room for mystery. In relationships, the desire for closeness often leads people to erase all space and boundaries. The expectation becomes that one partner should fulfill every role: best friend, confidant, therapist, and lover. But the truth is, when your partner becomes your everything, desire disappears. Passion lives in the space between closeness and distance, in the tension between the known and the unknown. It is not about secrecy, but about individuality. People often confuse intimacy with merging into one, but true passion requires two whole individuals. It's the mystery, the part of your partner you don't fully know, that keeps you intrigued. Passion dies when there's nothing left to discover. In the beginning of a relationship, everything feels electric because you are still discovering each other. There's excitement in the unknown, in the things not yet revealed. But over time, people stop exploring each other. They assume they know everything, and curiosity fades. This is where passion begins to die, not from a lack of love, but from a lack of curiosity. When you stop seeing your partner as a mystery to uncover, you stop experiencing them as exciting. The key to lasting passion is to keep discovering your partner and, more importantly, to keep revealing new parts of yourself. Passion requires space, and space requires individuality. It's not about creating distance through coldness or withdrawal, but through maintaining your own passions, dreams, and identity. When you lose yourself in a relationship, you stop being interesting to your partner. People are drawn to what feels alive, and nothing is more attractive than someone who is deeply engaged with life. If you want your partner to find you exciting, live an exciting life. Have hobbies, friendships, and passions that are yours alone. The more alive you are within yourself, the more magnetic you become to your partner. Desire is fueled by distance, and distance is created through individuality. It's also important to understand that mystery isn't about hiding, it's about revealing. It's about sharing your thoughts, dreams, and desires in layers, not all at once. Leave room for your partner to wonder about you. Passion grows when there's something to pursue, something to figure out. When every moment together is predictable, passion fades. But when there's an element of surprise, when your partner sees a new side of you they didn't expect, desire returns. Mystery also means maintaining emotional independence. It's easy to fall into the habit of sharing every frustration and every thought with your partner. But not every feeling needs to be processed together. Sometimes holding something within yourself and sharing it later in your own time creates intrigue. When you have your own internal world, your partner will always feel drawn to know you more deeply. The greatest relationships are not the ones where partners become one, but the ones where they remain two individuals deeply connected. Passion thrives when there is something to reach for, something that isn't fully within grasp. Stop trying to be everything for your partner. Stay curious, stay surprising, and stay connected to your own life. It is in the space between closeness and distance, between the known and the unknown, where passion lives and desire lasts. Love is not something you fall into. It is something you commit to every day. Passion and connection are not accidents. They are the results of consistent action. The biggest mistake people make in relationships is believing that love should always feel easy or effortless. But anything meaningful in life requires work, and relationships are no different. Love is not a feeling, it is a practice. It is something you cultivate through habits, rituals, and choices. When passion fades, it's not because love has disappeared, it's because the actions that created love have stopped. Desire doesn't die, it withers from neglect. The strongest relationships are built on the daily discipline of love. In the beginning of a relationship, everything feels effortless because excitement drives action. You naturally compliment your partner, plan special moments, and prioritize connection. But over time, people stop doing the very things that made them fall in love. They start to believe that love should be self-sustaining, that it shouldn't require effort. This is where relationships begin to break down. Passion fades not because of a lack of love, but because of a lack of habits that nurture love. If you want to reignite passion, you must return to the actions that built it in the first place. Consistency creates connection, and rituals create intimacy. Small intentional actions every day are more powerful than grand gestures once in a while. Rituals are the heartbeat of a relationship. They are the small, repeated actions that build a foundation of trust and intimacy. It can be as simple as a morning kiss, a daily check-in, or a weekly date night. These rituals may seem small, but they compound over time to create a relationship filled with warmth and connection. People often say, "I'll show love when I feel it." But the truth is, action creates feeling. When you act with love, when you show up, listen, and care, passion reignites. You don't wait for the spark, you create it. The practice of love also means being intentional about how you handle conflict. Disagreements are inevitable, but how you fight determines whether your relationship grows stronger or weaker. Fighting to win destroys relationships. Fighting to understand builds them. Love is practiced in how you listen, in how you repair, and in how you show up when things are hard. Relationships don't fail because of arguments. They fail because of how people behave after them. Repairing quickly, taking responsibility, and choosing connection over ego is the practice of love. Lastly, love is practiced through gratitude. The most passionate relationships are those where appreciation is a daily habit. When you actively look for reasons to admire, compliment, and cherish your partner, you bring out the best in them and in your relationship. Passion isn't found in grand romantic moments. It's built in the daily, intentional acts of care, curiosity, and appreciation. Love lasts when you treat it like a muscle. It grows through repetition, effort, and care. The most successful couples aren't the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who commit to practicing love every single day. The deepest desire in any relationship is to feel fully seen, fully safe, and fully loved. People don't just want love, they want to be understood. They want to be accepted not only for their strengths, but also for their flaws, their fears, and their vulnerabilities. Real connection happens when your partner feels that they can show up as their true self, without judgment, without shame, and without the fear of being abandoned. Love is not about fixing, it is about witnessing. It is about holding space for someone's entire being and letting them know that they are enough exactly as they are. To make your partner feel fully seen, you must learn to truly listen, not just to their words, but to their heart. Listening is not waiting for your turn to speak. It is giving your full attention with the intention to understand. When someone feels heard, they feel valued. People don't always need solutions. They need presence. They need to feel that their emotions are valid and that their feelings matter. When your partner shares something vulnerable, the most powerful response is not advice, it is empathy. It is saying, "I hear you, I see you, I'm here with you." That is where real intimacy is born. Creating safety in a relationship means making it a space where honesty is met with compassion, not criticism. Fear destroys trust, but safety builds it. Safety means your partner can express their emotions, anger, sadness, joy, without fearing judgment or withdrawal. Safety means disagreements don't lead to disconnection. It means that even in conflict, there is respect. When you create safety, your partner doesn't shut down. They open up. They share more because they know the relationship can hold it. Safety is not about never arguing. It's about knowing that arguments won't break the bond. It's about making the relationship a place where vulnerability is welcomed, not punished. To make someone feel fully loved, you must love them in the way they receive love, not just the way you give it. Everyone feels love differently. For some, love is in words, affirmation, and appreciation. For others, love is in actions, small gestures that show care. Some feel most love through time spent together, while others through physical touch. When you love someone in their language, they feel truly cherished. But love is not only expressed in grand gestures, it is in the small, consistent actions, the way you greet them, the way you check in, the way you show up when it matters. True love sees the whole person, the light and the shadows, and chooses them anyway. It celebrates their strengths and holds their weaknesses with care. It says, "I see who you are, and I love all of you." When someone feels fully seen, they blossom. When they feel fully safe, they open their heart. And when they feel fully loved, they give love back freely. The greatest gift you can give your partner is the space to be their truest self, seen, safe, and deeply loved. That is where passion, intimacy, and connection truly live, up in these two words: wait and hope.